Every time I drive by this place, I'm always get reminded of what happened to me. Every time I drive by this place, I'm always get reminded of what happened to me on this particular sale of this property. I'm actually, we were in charge of helping out do the demolition. And the flipping of this property here, right on the side of the road, it's a bunch of commercial buildings. And this little property right here is stuck right in between all those commercial properties. Now, the house itself is a residential property, so there's nothing commercial about it. The inside, the bedrooms and the kitchen and all that good stuff, there's nothing that says commercial. The house itself is a really nice house. Somebody lives there. But I'm gonna tell a little story what happened to me in that house. We purchased the house, we fixed it up and demolished it. Was built in the 1930s, so the whole thing was gutted and redone, so everything was brand new residential house. I went to the county and actually got the paper stating that's a residential property,
and a nation is born,
which means that it's grandfathered in for the residential sale, so it's good to go.
Now let us party.
But the problem was when I put the property on the market and I got a contract, then the appraisal guy showed up and he said, in my opinion, this should be a commercial property. And I said, why? It's already grandfathered in. There's nothing wrong with what is going on. There's nothing commercial. No, that's my opinion on it. So I cannot approve it as a residential sale. So, which means that the buyer, a week before they moved into the house, their loan was thrown off. So they were not able to get the property. It was a punch in the gut.
Okay, that's really good.
Because everything was clear, everything was good to go. But if the appraisal man, when you buy a house and the appraisal guy says anything on paper that says that it's not residential, it should be commercial, that means they won't give you the loan. So the moral of the story is this: if you're a buyer, if you're a buyer, you need to watch out for that stuff. As a home buyer, you're buying a new home, and this house is located right in the middle of the commercial property, or it's an iffy situation. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, that your appraisal man can go to you and be like, hey buddy, that property should be commercial because I say so. I am the appraisal man.
You are what I say you are.
I say it, and that's how it is. So keep an eye out if you're a buyer. If you're a flipper or construction, whatever you want to call yourself, also watch out for that. It's another quick tip. When you're buying a property like that, you got to make sure that you're clear that it's a residential property and it's not a commercial, which is going to get you later on. Aside from that, that's it. I like you guys to learn from my experience. What happened on that property. So what could I have done different? Well, what I could have done different is this: I should have buttered up the appraisal man when he showed up to the property, and that's one thing I didn't do, because I was fairly certain I was gonna get it. I was gonna get the appraisal. I mean, there was nothing, it's a beautiful property, but little did I know that he stood up to his own opinion. I don't care! And not follow the paper trail from the county that said, hey, the property's grandfather in as a residential property, and that's it. I mean, the county has nothing against that. But what I should have done, I should have shown up the same day the appraiser guy showed up, and I should have said, hey, just kind of walk with him the property, talk to him a little bit more, show him, make him more comfortable. But that appraiser guy showed up by himself on that property, so he got me.
Gotcha.
And when I showed him the paperwork after he did the appraisal, he didn't want to back down. He didn't want to be the appraisal guy that backed down from his little ego trip. So that's my opinion. That's what I think happened. That once I showed him, hey, listen, the county said this property has been grandfathered in as a residential property, we're good to go. But he didn't want to do the change. He didn't want to back down. I think that was his ego. Anyways, that's it. So I hope you guys learned from this, and we'll keep on moving.